HGT Live 24/7 presents The World This Week. Hello there, welcome to our special edition of News Bulletin, The World This Week, today on 6th October, Sunday 2024. Let's check out the global news now. Israel's attacks against Hezbollah had largely been concentrated in the south and near Beirut. But Hamas, an ally of Hezbollah, has said an Israeli strike in northern Lebanon had killed one of its commanders. Israel has been systematically targeting Hezbollah in southern Lebanon and outside Beirut for days, but it expanded that reach with a strike in the Lebanese city of Tripoli, near the country's northern edge. The armed group Hamas, which is based in Gaza and allied with Hezbollah, said that one of its commanders had been killed in the strike. Hours later, Israel said it had also killed a second high-ranking Hamas commander in Lebanon. In the meantime, 5 strikes were launched into South Beirut by Israel on 6th October, Sunday, reported Lebanese media, with 4 strikes being described as very violent. Israeli enemy warplanes carried out 4 very violent strikes on Beirut's southern suburbs and 1 strike on the Sharet area, with ambulances rushing to the side. Air travel at Lebanon's only airport in Beirut, which is close to the targeted areas, is still ongoing. Earlier, on Saturday night, the Israeli army issued a fresh call for residents to evacuate from Beirut's southern suburbs as it continued to target Hezbollah operatives in the Lebanese capital. Israeli strikes early on Sunday also killed at least 24 people and wounded 93 others in a mosque in Gaza, as reported by reliable sources. The strike on the mosque occurred as Israel nears the 1-year anniversary of the 7th October attack carried out by Hamas. The Israeli military issued a statement about the strike in Gaza, saying that it conducted a precise strike on Hamas terrorists who were operating within a command and control center embedded in a structure that previously served as the Shahada al-Aqsa mosque in the area of Deir al-Balah. Israel's attacks on Gaza have killed close to 42,000 Palestinians, according to Gaza's health ministry, and have killed more than 2,000 people in Lebanon over a year of aggressive warfare. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on Friday warned that if Israel takes any step or measure against us, our retaliation will be stronger than the previous one. The Israeli military estimates it had killed around 250 Hezbollah fighters since the start of its ground operation in Lebanon earlier this week. More than 2,000 people have been killed and over 9,000 wounded in Lebanon in almost a year of close border fighting, with most of the deaths occurring in the past 2 weeks. HGT Live 24/7 presents The World This Week. Elon Musk made a notable appearance at a Donald Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, marking his public support for the former president as the 2024 election approaches. On the contrary, former U.S. President Barack Obama recently clarified that he'll be campaigning for U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, for the U.S. presidential elections, which is scheduled to kickstart on 10th October, according to the reliable sources. Barack Obama's campaign will mostly focus on the key battleground states, while his campaigning is scheduled to start from Pittsburgh, which is in Pennsylvania, and will be continuing for a long time through the election day. HGT Live 24/7 presents The World This Week.
In India, people are now eyeing for 8th October, Tuesday, when the assembly poll results for Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir to be declared. And as the voting in Haryana wrapped up at 6 p.m. for 90 assembly seats, all eyes now turn to the exit polls that will determine whether the BJP can secure a historic 3rd consecutive term or if the Congress and the AAP, that is AAP, can disrupt their momentum. With a diverse array of candidates including Chief Minister Nayav Singh Saini and prominent figures like Bhupinder Singh Hooda and Vinesh Phogat, Haryana's political landscape is set for a dramatic showdown. The voter turnout at 5 p.m. was recorded at 61%, according to the Election Commission of India. Mewat topped the turnout charts with 68.28%, while Gurugram had the lowest turnout at 49.97%. Voting in 90 assembly seats in Haryana began at 7 a.m. on 5th October, Saturday. Former Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar and Olympian Manu Baikar were among early voters. Khattar said he is confident that the BJP will win 50 of the 90 assembly seats in the state. But in the meantime, Congress leader Bhupinder Hooda took a dig, saying that last time the BJP said it would cross 75 seats but stopped at 40 seats. Today, they are saying they will get over 50 seats. So you can imagine the number of seats they will get, he added. The key contesting parties in Haryana include BJP, Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, that is AAP, as well as the People Alliance between Indian National Lokdal Bahujan Samaj Party, that is INLD BSP, and Jananayak Janta Party, that is JJP, Azad Samaj Party, that is ASP. It is to be mentioned here that the last assembly elections took place in October 2019. Following the election, the Bharatiya Janata Party joined forces with the Jananayak Janata Party to form the state government, with Manohar Lal Khattar assuming the role of the chief minister. Now the big question has been hovering around. Will BJP be able to retain power for third consecutive term, or will it be comeback for Congress after a decade-long hiatus? Who will be the next Haryana Chief Minister? Bhupinder Hooda, Congress leader and former Haryana Chief Minister, on Sunday said that the people of the state had already made up their mind to bring the party to power a long time ago. Quote unquote, I want to thank all the voters of Haryana for conducting a peaceful election. Exit polls came yesterday, but I've been saying this for a long time. People have made up their minds to bring the Congress party to power with a huge majority.
HT Live 24/7 presents The World This Week.
It's time now for Hello Doctor. They are discussing health issues in a marketplace is very difficult to our people about hepatitis B. Professor Dr. Pradeep Baumik, an eminent doctor from India, has been the same adventurous and aggressive to combat hepatitis B in the state and elsewhere. May it be a bygone days success story to efface the disease hepatitis B from the state due to random vaccination. Professor Dr. Pradeep Baumik remains contented with the low level of mortality rate of hepatitis B. Commemorating Bruce Blumberg's birthday, that is 28 July, who discovered hepatitis B, Dr. Baumik marks this very day a very special one to give a go to the mission Hepatitis Free Tripura through his brainchild-like organization Hepatitis Foundation of Tripura, which has been relentlessly paving the way towards a healthy society even today for the present generation throughout the year. Even though an iota of mortality rate persists really, Dr. Baumik and his team remain 24/7 vigilant to combat this fatal infectious disease, while sharing his positive views on the performance of the said organization, that is Hepatitis Foundation of Tripura. He recollected the challenging tasks of airing the mass about hepatitis B in those days. Finally, he was of the view to prioritize vaccination drive in positive manner, devoid of any panic creation, which really attained huge success to substantiate the glorious venture of HFT. Dear viewers, in our weekly special review on Hello Doctor, we would like to know a lot about this from Professor Dr. Pradeep Baumik. Let's check it out.
And that was the subsequently it was in 2010 this particular day 28th July was made World Hepatitis Day, because that was the birthday of Bruce Blumberg. He's a scientist who discovered hepatitis B. incidentally we met that particular time. What is the story behind? It is not an association of foundation or organization or society of only of doctors or healthcare providers. Rather, every professional person. You name a journalist, you name a media person, you name a police person, a government officer, farmer, teacher, student, doctor, nurse, anything. They all are there in Hepatitis Foundation. That is the strength. When you have got a person from every sector of the life, so you got a lot of information and which are very important. Say, as a doctor, I know some part of it, but I am not very sure what is happening in a small village. I am not very sure how a healthcare provider is working over there. What is their problem and how they are solving it. Everybody, we do solve our problem in our own innovative way. That is a very good learning. We do learn from each other. So that was our background of formation. Another issue is that at that particular time, there was some sort of information or some misinformation rather in the community or as a whole in our state, I should say, that hepatitis B is once you get hepatitis B, you will die. So there is no way out, you will die only. So you take the vaccine. And by threatening the people this way or making, in public health, what we do, we make the people aware and gradually we try to convert them from a negative side to the positive side so that we can prevent the disease. But when you are making the people aware in a negative way, so saying that no, you will die tomorrow morning, so you come tonight to me, that is a bad issue. And that was happening and many people tried to make business out of it. So we said, no, this is not the science. Okay, you need a hepatitis B vaccine because there is a story. Taiwan is a country which has started vaccination first of all in 1984. What is the reason? At that particular time, Taiwan was having highest number of hepatocellular carcinoma or liver cancer. The cause is hepatitis B. Their hepatitis B in the community was as high as 21% or even more in some of the community. So they said that no, we should, what is the way out? Let us prevent the disease further. And they started mass vaccinate everyone. So once they vaccinate everyone, within the next 10 years, there this high percentage of liver cancer reduced almost to less than 1%. So that was a big story worldwide. So why then we thought this is okay, vaccination, why we should not start vaccinating in our state? It was not there and those were taking at a very high cost. Then we discussed with the government at that time, health minister and other persons in the government, health secretary and other people. They said, okay, you start the vaccination. We said, no, government should start it. We are there to help the people out, make the people aware. And at that time, government was not in a position to start mass vaccination. Right. Then we tried, okay, can we do it at a lowest possible cost? At that time, it was available at 500 rupees per shot or 700 rupees, even 1000 rupees. We made it made it to 40 to 60 rupees like that for single shot for adult. So that way we started the vaccination and gradually from one place to another place, then gradually we started for mass vaccination program. And that is the story of mass vaccination in India. We are the first organization to start the mass vaccination though our state is small, at a state level. And that helped so much so that gradually hepatitis B has reduced in our state. And people became very much aware because our main target was develop awareness, immunization, and third was D, that is diagnosis and treatment, AID. And we have given the slogan that hepatitis free Tripura. So that way we started. Now definitely the scene is clear that by this time hepatitis B has reduced in our state. It was when we studied in 2008, 9, 10 like that. It was around 3.6%. In some of the community, it was as high as 11%. Means out of 100 people, adult people, it was 11 people who were suffering from hepatitis B. Now it is reduced drastically. The evidence is now dry. There are many drug abuse people who are taking intravenous drug. Their hepatitis B is much less. Though C is high, HIV is high, but B is less. And one of the reason, I don't say that everything is only due to our vaccination. One of the reason is that the high level of vaccination, because we have vaccinated almost as high as 37% of the people. So this high level of vaccination reduce the burden of the disease in our state. So that is our story, I mean, in short, but definitely it's a big story, and every day, every year, we had new program, new adventure rather, and we have been to the, I mean, awareness development. Again, the way we have developed the aware, it is not in a hospital or not in a, just in a hall. Rather, we went to the market. Like the way the political people during election, other time, they goes to the market and they discuss with the people, went to the market, discuss the disease. You see how difficult it is. Discussing your problem, issue, health issue in a marketplace is very difficult. Nobody will be interested to listen it. But yes, our state people are very much, I am really indebted to them, that they came forward, discussed with us. And whenever even we went to the school, they asked questions. We went to the colleges, they asked questions. We went to the market, they asked the question. And it helped us also to know further and further how to prevent the disease or how to come out of this situation, because situation in Agartala, situation in Kanchanpur is not the same. So it taught us how to come out all this problem. So gradually we learned a new method of public health. So that is a big story. I've been cutting the story short. This small story of the big issue.
No, I think it is possible because the aggression, especially from your side, from your end, it's been, I would say, it's a sustainable aggression. You people still are moving on with this. That's why it's somewhat reduced. But what's the mortality rate in the present time?
You see, mortality rate is different at different places. Percentage what is not studied even across the country. Even across the globe, it is always in figure. Say across the globe, it is more than 8 million people dies in a year or like that.
Talking about Tripura.
In Tripura, the percentage what we have not studied the death ratio. It is not. I mean, any scientific data you have to say the absolute data. The death rate is not there, but yes, we can say that we have observed the cause of, say, if I give a data like that, we had a data, say about, say in 2010-2011, in hospital-based data. What is the highest possible cause of chronic liver disease? Meaning by a person who has got already developed a disease which is persistent in them, means a disease which is more than 6 months is known as chronic disease. So common cause of chronic liver disease are hepatitis B, hepatitis C, then can be alcohol, then can be non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or now it has got another number, metabolism associated chronic liver disease, and drug-induced liver disease and autoimmune hepatitis. The sum cause of chronic liver disease. When we studied initially, we found that in hospital, 48% of the people are suffering from chronic liver disease. Say person having a cirrhosis of the liver, the commonest cause of cirrhosis was hepatitis B. But then we, after 4, 5, 6 years, we again studied it. Now gradually changing scenario changed, and it was at that time fatty liver disease gradually taking over the hepatitis B. Fatty liver disease increased, and now we had a study only few months back. We found the alcoholic liver disease is increasing further. Increasing highest number of patients admitted in a hospital with chronic liver disease or cirrhosis due to number 1 is alcohol. Number 2 is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease or fatty liver disease related cirrhosis. Number 3 can be hepatitis B or drug-induced other thing. So yes, that way we have got strong data to say that hepatitis B has reduced as a cause of chronic liver disease. But as a cause of hepatocellular carcinoma, liver cancer, we don't have solid data, hard data. But yes, there are good evidences that hepatocellular carcinoma as a whole is less in our state.
Dear viewers, that's all for the timing in this The World This Week segment. Thank you all for being with me, and keep watching AGT Live 24/7 on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Twitter. Wish you a great weekend. Signing off. Bye for now.